What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Jivo, and we are back with DJ Corner's very own podcast called Cornered. Like the name.
I love it.
Yeah.
On point.
So, yeah, this is a podcast about everything related to DJing, music production, everything audio, and, of course, music industry. This podcast is powered by the Audio-Technica AT2040 Dynamic Broadcast Microphone. If you like what you hear, head down to our website, place an order, or pop by the DJ Corner HQ to do a quick mic test. All right. My guest for today is a multi-talented instrumentalist, music producer, and DJ. When she's not, producing, what do you do when you're not producing?
I'm performing.
You're performing. There you go. Y'all give it up for Dana, Earlybird, Fakhoury. Did I pronounce that right? How do you pronounce it? I always butcher my guest's name.
No, you're fine. It's Fakhoury.
Fakhoury.
With a
okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's a TikTok going on about it, so apparently people are struggling to pronounce the last name.
When Eddie, our sound guy, said, "Oh, I know her. She bought a DDJ 1000 from me, a Pioneer DDJ 1000 from me." I was like, "Oh, okay." So, yeah, so there was a relationship there already, and we've been wanting to collaborate for some time now, right? Which is, all taking shape little by little, right? But before all of that, we'd like to get to know you more, right? So not only us, obviously the audience. So let's start with age, nationality, place you grew up. What's Dana like?
Cool. Age is 32. Okay. I don't look it, but I am it.
No, you don't. Definitely. You don't.
I've been getting 24. I don't know why. I'm like, nope. Goes up.
All right. Okay.
I guess good genes. Thanks, mom and dad.
Okay.
Nationality, I'm from Beirut, Lebanon originally.
Right.
But fun fact, I'm born in Saudi Arabia.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah. I spent 3 years there that I have no recollection of.
Okay.
But on the passport, it says it.
Oh, but you grew up in Beirut.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I grew up in Beirut, and what were your other questions? What do you want to know?
Yeah, place where you grew up. Yeah, you pretty much covered everything. Yeah. Okay. Why did you? Were your parents based in KSA?
At some point, yeah, they were based in KSA, and then we were based in Lebanon again, and then my parents moved to Dubai, but I continued my education in Lebanon.
Right.
And after I graduated, I worked in Lebanon. I actually studied graphic design as my undergrad.
Okay.
And I worked in it for a long time, and I worked in the TV and media industry, and on the side, I was always doing music.
Okay.
But I felt I was more driven by music, and there was like a magnetic pull with music. It's like I couldn't focus during my daytime job. I was thinking about music.
Right.
So kind of took the hint to pursue it.
Okay. Let's get into what did you want to be when you were a kid? Like we're talking about like 5, 6, 7, 8 up until your preteens.
I was really into sports. I was into basketball.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your team?
I used to be with the Chicago Bulls. I was an MJ fan. And Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, those were my heroes.
Yeah.
And I was really into sports. I thought maybe I'd do something into sports. Then I developed more into arts.
Were you good at bowling?
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not
okay,
bad.
all right. Yeah. As good as any 10-year-old can be.
I had fun.
Okay. That's what's important, right?
Yeah.
At what age did you realize that, you were into music, like not just listening to music, like the technical, artistic aspect?
I think it's when I saw a guitar.
Okay.
As a teenager, I think I was around 14 or 15, and there was it was like love at first sight. I saw it, I wanted it, and then I begged for it.
Okay.
For a very long time.
Right.
And as soon as I got the guitar, I was hooked on it, nonstop. I didn't even know if it was tuned correctly or I was playing correctly, but I just needed to sit with it and play.
So did you take classes, or was everything self-taught? No,
at the beginning I did. I enrolled in a class. I lasted a year and a half, and then.
Okay. But I'm guessing you learned more by yourself.
Yeah, then I continued to be self-taught, and I joined bands, and I used to jam with a lot of friends, and I think that's how I learned mainly.
Was it like rock music? What kind of?
It was a lot of.
What were you listening to when you were a teenager?
Grunge.
Oh, so we're talking Nirvana.
Alice in Chains, Creed, Puddle of Mud, Pod.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Really into grunge, really into hard rock, and really into rock.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I ended up in electronic music, but it's been a very long journey, I'd say.
Well, if you think about it, everything has like roots somewhere.
Yeah.
So like even rock has roots in jazz. So yeah, we're bound to reach somewhere with something.
Exactly.
Yeah. What about DJing? How did you get into DJing? Like, because I know like a lot of instrumentalists, they stay instrumentalists.
Yeah.
Right. Or maybe they go into singing, but what got you into DJing?
So once I started producing and then I was performing live electronic music, I noticed that some people would ask me to DJ.
Okay.
It's not something I ever did or I practiced, but I thought that I might as well pick it up. It's in demand, and I tried to see if I enjoy it as well. Like, I cannot fake a performance at the end of the day.
Right.
So I got into DJing, and it just happened. Very randomly.
Okay.
I was not planning on it.
Well, what age was it? Was this in college
That was
or high
last
school?
year.
Wait, what? Really?
Yeah.
Oh, so you're fresh.
I'm fresh on DJing, yeah.
Okay, you're fresh.
But I'm good at it, apparently.
100%, no doubt, yeah. What would you say is your most memorable gig?
My most memorable gig at the moment was the one I did in France this summer.
Uh-huh.
So it was my first big festival.
Okay.
And
how many people are we talking about? 10,000?
I don't know. I just remember there was a long scope of people that when you start seeing like just circles and then it goes into blurry stuff.
Right.
Like that was the line.
That's great. Okay.
So for me, that was the first time I performed original music, original composition, and also original remixes in front of a fresh new audience that has never heard of me, and we had a full weekend of moments.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, where else have you like performed?
So
I'm sure it's like around like a lot of around the world, a lot of places. But what's like off the top of your head? What are the most?
So before becoming Earlybird, I performed a lot in Lebanon. That's where I grew up.
Okay.
With a band and with some friends, and I just performed.
Right.
But when I started becoming Earlybird, I started in Spain. So that's where I performed first, and then Dubai, France, and next up is Lebanon for the first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Earlybird, I've heard of a lot of names, right? Earlybird is something different.
Yeah.
Walk us through the process of how you came up with Earlybird.
So I actually do wake up really early.
Okay.
And it was the time for me to produce and learn about music production and learn about studio engineering. That's when I really read on
like mixing, mastering.
On mixing, mastering, what phantom power is when I first started producing.
Right.
And for the life of me, I couldn't understand what phantom power is. It didn't exist physically.
Right.
So I kept hashtagging Earlybird, showing people that I'm working on music or I'm learning something. And when I finished my first track, Next to You, I just kept saying that hashtag over and over and over again in my head, and I felt like it fits who I am. It is what I do. My music is Earlybird music, so it's like the beginning of the night.
Right.
It evolved now, but I felt it fit the mold.
Right.
correctly.
So it started off like as a mantra.
Yeah, it's
became your identity.
Yeah.
That's actually not bad, because there's a lot of DJ names or performer or stage names, which I won't get into. Okay, but let me just say Earlybird is one of the most original ones
thank
that
you. I
I've
appreciate it.
come across. Okay, what about you started DJing last year, right?
Yeah.
Was this on controllers or DJing in general?
No, when I say DJing, it's on a DJ set.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which brings me to my next question is, how did you get into like performing using, I would say, non-conventional DJ gear?
I want to say I follow my gut and life just happens.
Right.
But so I was doing my master's at Berklee College of Music in Valencia, Spain.
Right.
And there was my teacher in electronic music production, Ben Cantil. And I told him, can you listen to my track just for the sake of feedback?
Okay.
And he listened to it. And he's like, are you in my ensemble? I said, no, I'm not a performer. I'm a producer. I'm an engineer.
Right.
And he's like, you're now in my ensemble. Show up on Friday.
Wow. Wow. Where are the cheering noises at? It's not working. All right.
or he fell asleep. If I'm boring you, please let me know.
It's all good. It's all good.
And that's how it started. I just took a piece of gear out.
What gear was that?
That was the APC 40.
APC 40, okay.
I started on the APC 40, the original one,
right.
And
Mark 1.
Yeah, Mark 1, and we just vibed really well together. It felt like an extension of me, and I took it from there.
Wrong sample.
Try again later.
Anyway, okay, great. Okay, now as an entertainer, right?
Yeah.
What challenges do you face on a like gig to gig basis or on a daily basis? Because this is something I want people like who are listening to this, who are probably what do you call it, in probably your shoes, right? I want them to be able to relate.
Yeah.
That they're not like alone in these challenges that they're facing. So what challenges do you face as an entertainer?
As an entertainer, a lot of anxiety, I would say.
Okay.
Because I never know which audience I'm getting.
Right.
I'm always debating if this is the right set for the right place.
Okay.
So yeah, no, you question yourself a lot before going on that stage and pressing that button, because you have no idea if it's gonna be interactive, it's gonna be fun, or sometimes are they not gonna acknowledge you at all, and that happens. We do have bad performances night that break us down tremendously. So whoever's listening to this,
okay, so that's anxiety, self-doubt. Yeah, so you're not alone in this.
No, I think everyone has those in any kind of performance, whether you're giving a speech or you're giving a presentation or you're performing. So I think it's when people are there to either tell you cool or not cool.
Right. So what's the ratio like, audience reaction to your music? Is it like 90% dope, 10% No,
I would say so far I've been blessed and I've been lucky 100%, if not more dope. I love the audience I get. I love the people I interact with. And I always do my best. So I hope they always feel that I'm there to let them have fun.
That's very inspirational. Okay, switching gears. How different is the... stick shift. How different is the international, or the overseas entertainment industry to the one here in Dubai?
It's very different. I'd say, and I'll talk about the European market because this is where I've had more experience.
Right.
In the European market, I'm mainly hired as an artist. It's a festival, it's a concert, it's a gig.
Right.
I'd say over here it's more towards entertainment, and it's more towards a brief you are getting on what to do, but not as an artistic development.
Okay.
It's not wrong, but this is the market,
right.
And as artists, we are trying to grow the more artistic scope here in Dubai, or in the GCC area mainly.
Right. Okay. As far as the industry here is concerned, right? What do you think can improve for artists in general?
Have places to perform.
Okay.
That are not just a pub or a club or a venue, but like open spaces, open
like
stages.
DJ Corner here.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
You guys are doing it.
Yeah,
You're starting.
Definitely. So if you guys, anyone listening who want to perform just for the heck of performing, drop down here. Yeah. Okay. So not basically open spaces for performances where people can just come rehearse. Okay. Yeah. 100%. Now, okay. Who is your... This is a very cliche question, but who's your inspiration?
That changes on a daily basis.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yes.
Are they all artists or...
Sometimes it's artists, sometimes it's a philosopher, sometimes it's a poem, sometimes it's the weather. So
okay. So wait,
it really changes.
Off the top of your head, like name any three.
I think this is an answer that's been recurrent.
Okay.
Like what really got me to drive and focus on music would be Ellie Goulding.
Okay.
Yeah, like I'm not sure how that happened, but I was just like so obsessed with her album Halcyon.
Was it the first one?
It was the second one. First one was Lights, the one that had the writer and
okay.
And the other songs. I was listening to them this morning actually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. So Ellie Goulding. Okay, well, who's next?
There's a lot.
Yeah.
Kurt Cobain, definitely.
Okay. Oh yeah. He's a quintessential.
But also, like, not just Kurt Cobain, Nirvana, Dave
Nirvana,
Grohl.
yeah,
Also,
Dave Grohl,
I'm a big
yeah,
fan.
yeah.
Kurt Novoselic became a politician, I think. So,
I think so. Yeah. All right. Cool. If you have, over the course of your career, if you got the chance to do something differently, right? What would it be and why?
oof, that's a great question.
There must be like something where like maybe it was I don't know, maybe it was a gig or it's like, oh, if I could have just turned that knob a little towards the right, it would have, something like that. It could be something very minor.
Sometimes I think, I don't know, I wish I jammed more live.
Okay.
Yeah.
Back in college? I mean...
No, even now.
Okay.
I jam less. I
Okay.
perform more.
Okay.
But I wish I could jam more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, what's stopping you from jamming more?
I'd say the limitation with my hands. I cannot jam
Okay.
for very long.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you always had, for those of you who don't know, Dana actually has a condition. Is that right? Is it a condition?
I don't know
Can
if it's a condition.
Sorry?
I don't know if you can call it. Let's just call it something.
Something, yeah. Basically,
Actually, it's a sports injury. But
Did you get it
It's
playing
caused
sports?
by music.
sorry?
It's considered a
Okay.
sports
It's
injury.
like, what do you call it? A tennis...
No, I have chronic tendonitis.
No. I mean, like, it's sort of like there's a term, tennis
Elbow?
Tennis elbow. Yeah, there you
Yeah.
go. Yeah. How did you, oh, it's because of playing music.
Yes.
Okay. And was it too much music? I mean, like...
Way too much music.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is there like a cure? I mean, it maybe don't play any more music if that's a cure.
That was the cure.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. No. That,
So I didn't accept the cure.
yeah. Yeah, that's
Apparently.
passion right there. That's passion right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so because of your injury or thing, you can't I mean, you have to like be more...
I have to be more aware of
Oh.
what my body can do.
Right. Okay. Yeah, speaking of that's actually why I quit DJing.
You couldn't twist the knobs
No.
anymore?
It's not nothing to do with my hands, it's my ears. I actually lost 50% of my hearing.
Oof.
Yeah. And the doctor said, you have to stop doing whatever it is you're doing, you have to stop it.
Yeah.
I was like, so no headphones and no speakers,
Live music.
right? Yeah. Like, yeah, whatever it is. No, right now these headphones are just there for like
Talking.
vocal, talking, right? No big deal, but if it's like constant high decibel levels every night or every other night, that's
Yeah, but this is a topic now people are bringing awareness to.
Exactly,
because
yeah.
A lot of performers, DJs, and live musicians
Yeah.
have that problem. We lose
Exactly.
hearing.
Yeah.
So I would like to take that moment to say, get earplugs when
Exactly.
you're going clubbing, when you're going out, when you're DJing, when you're performing. Protect your ears.
I'm an advocate right now because whenever I see like a performer or like a DJ, high decibel levels around him and he's not using any protection on his ears, because you see the ears is probably one of the few body parts that can't actually heal, the inner ear.
Yeah, because once you lose that hair, there's no way to
Exactly.
regenerate it.
Exactly. So DJs, performers, musicians in general, if you're around high decibel levels constantly, take care of that ears.
Yeah.
Take care of your ears.
I have my earplugs anywhere I go.
Oh,
Mine
that's
is
great.
25 dBs.
Yeah. Oh, wow, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. Yeah. The thing is, I found out about my hearing because everyone around. I mean, for me, I didn't like notice it, but people around me notice it.
Mm.
Like they'd be calling me, like, and they would come close to me, Jeep, and I'll be like, "What are you shouting?" You know, like, because I've been calling you for the past 10 minutes, and I was like, "Oh, okay. I think I had to get checked."
I get my ears checked.
Constant,
Almost
regularly.
on a regular basis.
Audiometrist. Or like an ENT.
It's just ENT. It's a sound exam. They put you in a booth.
Oh,
and
yeah,
they give,
audiometry. They put you like in a soundproof booth,
Yeah.
and they give you a button to press.
Exactly.
Yeah, I did all of that. I was even after that, I was still in denial. I had to take 3 different opinions.
Wow.
Yeah, I was in denial. So
Same thing with my hand.
yeah, I wanted to keep DJing, right?
Yeah.
and they were like, no, and with every ENT specialist or audiometrist that I go to, it kept getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Like at first they said, it's actually 25% hearing loss. Then next was 40, 50. I was like, what? Wait, it keeps getting okay. No, all right.
Yeah. No, for me, my ears are priority.
Yeah.
Even if I'm in a night out and I feel the music is loud, I will leave and go home.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah. No, my priority is.
Oh, that's
is music.
That's actually good. Yeah, I mean they are your tools right now. As much as any equipment,
Exactly.
yeah, your ears are your first tool. Okay. How was the COVID experience? I know it's such a
Yeah.
but as a performer, I mean the entertainment industry probably took the brunt.
For me, it worked in my favor.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, because I was finishing my EP.
Okay.
So I had the time to finish my EP, and everybody was bored out of their mind. So I had their attention.
Okay, that's good.
And people in the industry were actually quite receptive and communicative. So
Right.
I was like pure on powerhouse
good.
business.
How many tracks were
It was
EP
a
for?
four or five track EP. It was my first EP as Earlybird. It's called Soft Colors.
Soft
And,
Colors.
Yeah.
It's plug yourself as much as you want. That's
Yeah.
fine. That's why you're here. Soft Colors, guys.
Yeah.
Available on
And-
Spotify, Apple Music.
And it's the EP it's everywhere.
Okay, it's everywhere.
Wherever you want it.
All right.
And it's the EP that got me touring.
Well, that's
so I've been touring with this EP for the past 2 years, upcoming 3.
Are you signed with the label?
Nope, self
Independent.
independent.
Indie. That's
Indie to
great.
the core.
So it's like, okay. So you have something to thank COVID for.
Yeah.
I mean, as much as it's
no,
like...
COVID was harsh. COVID was
yeah, 100%.
was not cool on a lot of people, and a lot of people died. But to talk about my professional career, no, it had its benefit.
Yeah. All right. What don't you like about the current situation of the music or audio industry?
Oh, hell!
And this is like international. Doesn't have to be only here.
I think it's tough to crack through the noise. It's harder these days because it's available for anyone who just has a laptop.
Right.
So when you have 100,000 songs uploaded to Spotify a day,
Yeah.
go figure what the odds are.
Yeah.
Back in the day when there was no social media and not a
Oh,
lot
yeah.
of... I mean, you're known because you were touring and gigging. These days, it's very hard.
Definitely.
It's getting harder and harder, but I'm happy that people are also being able to like express themselves
Right.
and be who they want to be. Even if it's a hobby, they get to upload music and be part of the pool. But it has been tougher to crack through the noise.
100%. Yeah. But don't you think that even before, like I'm talking about early 2000s, maybe even late 90s, if you were like a teenager, it would be hard to actually grab the attention of a record label, or I mean, I don't know how it was like in Spain or in Lebanon, but at least here you have radio stations that only play commercial music that's been signed to, whereas like in the US, if you know a DJ, radio DJ or an RJ, you can just slip him your mixtape or something and he can even get you airtime.
Yeah.
But-
No, these days it's tough. Stuffer.
Still tougher these
Still
days, huh?
tough, yeah.
Right. Okay. I mean, you know what could also help artists? Independent radio stations.
Yeah.
To play independent music. I actually know a guy who does it on Facebook.
Yeah, there's a lot of stations that play independent music, but you have to find the station that plays your style of music.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. We need more of those here. Yeah. Okay. So, what plans do you have for the future?
For the future, that's a great question. I have a performance coming up on the 26th of December in Lebanon.
Okay.
Attend it if you're in Lebanon. It's
Right.
with Braveheart.
Okay.
And I'm finishing my EP. I
Okay.
have 2 EPs coming up.
Oh,
So one is almost ready for 2023 to
Mm-hmm.
be launched, and then the other should be in the end of 2023.
right.
And it's 2 different concepts.
And this is all like written, performed, mixed, mastered by yourself.
Mastered, no. I send it to mastering when
okay.
it's when
Alright.
it's getting out there. But when I perform, I do the mastering.
Right.
But it's not all written by me.
Okay.
So some collaborations.
All right.
And I'd say some revisited music. So what for my next EP, it's more Oriental and more world music.
Okay.
I'd say a lot of Indian and Oriental.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
Those are the two instruments that really vibe with me, I think, through this phase in my life.
Mm-hmm.
And I revisited some classic traditional Arabic songs and reproduced them. Some are more deep chill house, some are more dance electro pop. So keep an ear out and an eye out.
Yeah. By the way, guys, we'll be including Dana's all her socials, links, music, and whatever. Whether it's a comment or a description, we're gonna put it in there. All right, we're gonna wrap up real quick. What advice would you give to someone who, like you, just wants to, pursue, their passion? Doesn't have to be music, just their passion, and they're worried about, stability of income and stuff like that.
You'll forever worry about that. So keep going. Be dedicated, be disciplined, be determined, and be very patient, and be easy on yourself. And I'd definitely say surround yourself by the right people, with the right people.
Great. All right.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it, folks. The multi-talented Dana.
Try it.
Fakhoury?
Yes!
Okay, there you go.
There
AKA
you go.
Earlybird. Thank you so much for joining us today, Dana.
Thank you for having me.
Hey, you want to yell out your socials?
Yeah, so it's Earlybird_sound on all social platforms and Earlybird on any music streaming platform you're trying to get my music to.
All right, great. All right, boys and girls, thanks for listening. Help us out by liking, commenting, sharing, following us on our socials, all that good stuff. We really appreciate it. If there's anyone you'd like us to invite for a podcast, do let us know. And also, if there's something you'd like for us to ask them, drop us a DM. Once again, this podcast is powered by the Audio Technica AT2040 Dynamic Broadcast Microphone. If you like what you hear, get in touch with us and we'll answer anything you ask and help you place an order. And with that, let's hear that outro music. Stay safe. Peace out.